It's like this 10 points in 10 minutes. I'll just give you the main point. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Simple as that. Fear is a compass. Everything that you're afraid to do within is the exact thing that you have to do, that you're being called to do. You're being called to grow. Growth is discomfort. I mean, look at every single organism. Look at anything you've ever done in your life. Getting new teeth, putting on new clothing, expanding as a human being, as in growing into an adolescent. It's all pain, growing pains. Everything is pain. The only problem is we only think pain is a bad thing. Pain isn't a bad thing. It's our thoughts about the pain. It's our thoughts behind our thoughts. And that's what's most important to see. We feel fear and we have a judgment about it. We think we're being weak. We start to hesitate. We think we're actually going to get killed. It's just a defense mechanism. That's all it is. All of your primary fears are a result of the primal instinct to survive from the brainstem. The irony is that brainstem, the thing that's trying to protect you, help you survive, it's actually the very thing that's killing you because it has now been tricked. It is a trick. It's evolutionary mismatch. That might have kept you alive 1,000 years ago, but in today, we've got nothing to be afraid of. The only thing we're afraid of is ourselves. And that fear is what keeps us desolated. It's what keeps us separated. It's what keeps us isolated. The sooner you can push through that, the sooner you can be liberated. It doesn't have to be some big, grandiose, massive paradigm shift, although it can be, and damn straight should be, and will be if you follow this path long enough. The key is just to step through it, just to experience it, just to grow. That's where you get your self-worth from. That's where you get your pride. We're not going to get any of this worth back, any of this power back by sitting around thinking about things, by gathering more information, by learning more. It's not going to work. You have to start, and you have to start now. And you start small. Get up at a certain time every single day. Eat real food. Meat, fruit, and vegetables. Drink clean water. I mean, people have it all backwards. They spend money on things, shiny things, that don't actually matter. Look at anybody that's going through a death or a health crisis. Nothing else matters. The money doesn't matter. The shiny cars don't matter. None of it matters. Even the richest man in the world on his deathbed, all he wants to have around him is his family and his loved ones. And if he doesn't have those things, he dies lonely. He dies with regret, energy, and connection. That is ultimately the only thing that ever matters in this whole world. Because when you actually dive into the deeper dimensions and the actual nature of reality itself, that's all it is. It's just all energy. All of this around us, this physical world, it's false. It's an illusion. It's not actually what it appears. Doesn't mean it's not real. It's just not what it appears. Behind that, behind those layers, is the actual true energetic properties of life. Life itself, life forms. And what do life forms do? They do things. And how do you know when you're actually living a true life? Is because you feel alive. It's really that simple. You can go back to times in your life. You want to get back to that childhood pleasure and joy and spontaneous expression that we all had. That's where it comes from. It comes from that innate life force within us that went dormant, that we were born with, but then it gets constricted. Every child is born pure. That is who we really are. We look back at our childhood inclinations and think they were infantile, think they were immature. We are the ones now that are immature. We are boys and girls in men and women's bodies. We haven't had the path of initiation. We haven't had that ritual eldership. We haven't had that sponsorship. We haven't been guided to be shown how to grow. I mean, look at all the other animals that have higher intelligence. They are born with instincts, but they must be taught. And the only way for them to be taught is not through study, it's through imitation, it's through emulation, it's through being shown by a mentor or a spirit or a ritual elder. And it's the same thing. And it's your responsibility to step through that barrier of fear, cross that initial threshold, and go into your own growth. Every single story that we watch, every story that we ever read, we love the part where there's the struggle. We love the comfort at the beginning, the struggle, and then the triumphant end. We love the whole story. We identify with it because it's the archetypal hero's journey. The funny thing is, though, we don't like our own story when we're going through the belly of the beast. We don't realize that my story, your story, all of our stories, it's the collective story of the human race. Initiation, struggle, triumph. That's just the way it is. And that's where you're going to find your growth. And that's when you look back and reflect on those times after you've pushed through those thresholds. That's where you're going to find pleasure. That's where you're going to find comfort and self-worth and self-esteem because you did it. You did it. You fucking did it. We can all do it. And we're doing it right now. We're just doing it wrong. We're not actually taking the steps. We don't believe in ourselves because we have false beliefs about ourselves. That's the biggest thing. Our false beliefs and what we think about ourselves. It is so fundamentally simple, yet so profound. When you get to those deeper levels, you realize that it was just an illusion, an hallucination. You've been lost in your mind your entire life. Even probably while I'm speaking this, your mind is darting elsewhere. It's not actually engaged and present. That's my job. I'm not here to give you more information. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to show you how to be. I'm here to give you action. I'm here to give you implementation. I'm here to give you energy. Because when you actually understand how things work, when you actually step through, it's just a portal. Everything is a portal. Everything around us is alive. Nothing is inanimate. Everything is moving. Everything is in motion. It is all energy. And that's what you get from somebody. You don't remember the information. You can tell me what I said 10 seconds ago. I couldn't tell you what I said 10 seconds ago. It's an energy thing. And that's what most important in life. It's a feeling. And that feeling, that is what is going to elevate you. That is what's going to bring that dream life. That is what's going to bring all the power and positivity into your life. That's what's going to bring the growth, the health, the wealth, the happiness, all of it. It's a formula. It's a process, and it's been eternal, and it will stay eternal forever because it is a fundamental law of the universe. Energy. You lock into a high energy state, more energy is going to come your way. You lock into a low energy state, you're going to be denied energy. And the thing is, it's ever present. It's only ever that boundary within your mind that is ever stopping you from doing anything, ever. So the point is, breathe. Breathe in the ether and know that you already have the power. You have all the power. You have all the wisdom. You have all of the ability. You just don't know it. You just forgot. And you just don't know how to get it back because it is dormant, but it never dies. You just need somebody to show you the way.